and welcome to Lawrence High School here in Lawrence, Massachusetts for this matchup in varsity wrestling. It's a quad meet here at Lawrence High, visiting your Lancers here, Cumberland, Neshoba, and Reading High Schools, all set to do battle here at the 106-pound weight category. Freynel Gomez for the Lancers in the white uniform with the blue trunks, going up against Dennis Perry of Cumberland. So here we are in a quad meet situation. This is the first meet of the quad meet. Lawrence High will go against Cumberland, then Neshoba, then Reading. And no points awarded yet. And now we have 2 takedown points for Freynel Gomez here in the early going. Again, this is the 106-pound weight category. Dennis Perry for Cumberland in the blue uniform with the white trim, and for Lawrence High, once again, it's Freynel Gomez in the white uniform with those blue shorts. Lawrence High in this quad meet against Cumberland, as Gomez here with control here in the early going. First period of the first matchup here in Lawrence. It is December the 9th, 2023 here. This is our first broadcast on LPS Media of the winter athletic season here in 2023. And it begins with Gomez and Perry getting after it here in the 106-pound weight category. Perry on his knees as Gomez has the advantage in the early going. And the referee calls for the whistle as the 2 competitors come here to the near side of the mat. And we will restart in just a moment with Gomez having the advantage. Or no, they'll start from a neutral position here. Nope, now it'll be Gomez with the advantage. Referee giving some instructions here as we get set to resume here from 106. Gomez and Perry. Gomez of Lawrence, Perry of Cumberland. And here we go. The whistle sounds. Gomez with control here. Wrapped around the shoulders of Perry. He's got his right arm. Perry trying to get control of that right arm of his. And Gomez continuing. End of the first period here. And Gomez and Perry get ready to continue their matchup. We'll get set here for the second period. Gomez picking up 2 points off the takedown, and now from a neutral position here. 2 wrestlers grappling here, both on their feet in the second period. Gomez trying to go low to the knees, now grabbing the left knee, and we have a takedown here. Takedown for Cumberland's Dennis Perry. And Perry on the board now. Gomez trying to escape while Perry has the control. And an escape point here awarded to Freynel Gomez. Now back to the grappling position. Gomez and Perry, pretty even matchup here at 106. First matchup of this quad meet. And over on the far side of the mat, Cumberland's Dennis Perry with another takedown. First period, Freynel Gomez with the advantage with a takedown, and now 2 takedowns here in the second period for Dennis Perry. Perry of the Cumberland Clippers. And we have a whistle over in the other matchup here happening, Neshoba and Reading. They're getting after it here in this quad meet. Over here off to the other side of the gym. But here on the main stage, it's Lawrence High and Cumberland. And later on, the Lancers will take on Neshoba and Reading as the day continues. But we are here with you, our LPS media crew, for this quad meet matchup between Cumberland and Lawrence High as we resume here between Gomez and Perry, and that's a nice reversal there by Gomez. Gomez going to get a couple of points for the reversal as time runs out here in the second period. Once again, we want to thank our crew for making today's broadcast possible. My name is Jay Oza, here with you for all the play-by-play commentary. We want to thank our student camera operators and, of course, our fearless leader, Mr. Luis Lopez, our LPS media producer. Here we go. Time for the third period. Gomez trying to go low on Perry. Perry with control now. Gomez trying to reverse here, staying in bounds. And the referee calls for the whistle.
It's okay. Hey, it's okay. It's all right. You're all right.
9-6 the score here as Perry leading over Gomez. Cumberland against Lawrence here at Lawrence High in the 106 opening matchup here in this quad meet. And here's Perry with the advantage here as we're in the third period. Gomez trying to escape or reverse here. Perry takes him down. Crowd coming to life here in the third period of this opening matchup at 106. Home crowd rooting for Gomez, trying to turn over Perry and get a pin here. And now Perry regaining control. Time running out here in the third. Will we get a decision here as we move to the late stages of the third? Perry trying to turn over Gomez. Perry has Gomez in a tough spot here, looking for the pin. One shoulder is down. Both shoulders down. Almost both shoulders down. And the referee didn't call for the pin, at least not yet. .30 seconds to go here in the third period. And here we go, down the home stretch here in this opening matchup. Perry with the advantage, near fall points coming here. Can he get the second shoulder down? He does! And a pin for Dennis Perry, 6-0. The Cumberland Clippers take the lead as Perry in a battle with Freynel Gomez. Perry gets the pin and 6 points to the team score, as you can see up there in the background, 6-0. Cumberland Clippers leading over Lawrence after Perry gets a third period pin. And now we move to the 113-pound weight category. Referee looking to signal, looking to the coach of Cumberland. And Lawrence High set to send out Mario Vendel here at 113. And it appears as though Cumberland will forfeit their matchup here at 113, and there you see Mario Vindel, the winner by forfeit. And Lawrence High is tied up now, 6 points to the Lancers after Cumberland unable to send out a wrestler at 113. And they send out Jaden Reynoso at 120, another forfeit. And so we'll go to 126 now with the Lancers leading 12-6. 2 forfeits here as we now move to 126. Dominic Armano here for the Lancers. Again, Armano and Lawrence High in the white uniforms with the blue shorts. And Joshua Caetano for Cumberland in the blue uniform. Caetano and Armano set to lock up here. Armano looking to go low, scoops the leg. And now Caetano with control over the left leg of Armano, now to the right leg. And Caetano trying to flip over Armano. Dominic Armano for the Lancers here at 126. And right now it's Caetano with the advantage, trying to flip over Armano here. Dominic Armano holding firm here, knees on the mat. And Joshua Caetano of Cumberland trying to continue first period action here at 126. And the two wrestlers will come to the middle to reset. And it'll be Joshua Caetano with the advantage. It's Caetano here with the advantage. First period action between these two at 126. Now to his feet is Armano. Armano turns it around. Now Armano with the advantage. A headlock on Caetano. And Caetano does a good job to regain the advantage. Half Nelson action, but Armano is able to bring it into the second period here. And here we go, Armano with the advantage. And Caetano trying to escape here. Joshua Caetano trying to get up to his feet. His teammates calling for him to get up to his feet. Meanwhile, Dominic Armano trying to spin Caetano onto his back. Here at 126, Armano going for the pin. The referee taking a look. Near fall points most likely coming up here. Armano trying for the pin, trying to get the other shoulder down. And the referee calls for the pin. Dominic Armano picks up the pin at 126. Armano with the victory, and Lawrence High gets its first pin here this afternoon. And we'll move ahead to 132 now. And into the picture there you see Denzel Morales. And coming out to face Morales is Nicholas Lambert. Lawrence High leading here as we get set for this matchup at 132. As Morales with the control on the left shoulder of Lambert. Lawrence High leading. Cumberland got a pin from Dennis Perry at 106, and since then it's been all Lancers. 2 forfeits and a pin from Dominic Armano. 18-6 is the score. Lambert trying to get to his feet here. Morales on his knees, trying to use his momentum and get a shoulder down. Morales here with control over the back of Nicholas Lambert. Lambert in danger here with his right shoulder down and now getting it back up. One shoulder down, and Morales trying to work on that left shoulder now, but for the moment Lambert has his control back on his knees, but it has been Morales with most of the control throughout this battle here at 132. And the referee will ask the two wrestlers to head back to the middle as they go out of bounds right here in front of the broadcast table on the near side of the mat. And we'll need a trainer here on site as a little bit of blood has been shed off the face of Nicholas Lambert. Folks, we want to take this opportunity to thank you for watching LPS Media. We are your home for Lawrence Lancers athletics. If you are interested in watching some wrestling action from seasons past, the 2022-2021 seasons, check out the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel. If you're not there already, just search it up or go to the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel to check out content from seasons past. And of course, all of the fall season action from the boys and girls soccer team, the football team, and the girls volleyball team. All of that content has been posted throughout the fall season on the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel. As the trainer here attends to Nicholas Lambert, Denzel Morales talking to his coach. Morales coming close to getting a pin, getting one of the shoulders down of Nicholas Lambert. Now Morales will try to finish the job here, as Lawrence High has an 18-6 lead over Cumberland. And the Lancers getting one pin in today's matchup so far. That was Dominic Armano just a few moments ago, and Cumberland with one pin of their own. That was at 106, Dennis Perry getting the pin over Franel Gomez. Our next broadcast, folks, we want you to join us, I should say, on December the 19th, 2023. The Lancers boys basketball team will be hosting Central Catholic. LPS Media will be there with all of the action. But in the meantime, here we are back to the action at 132. Morales and Lambert. Morales has had the advantage throughout most of this matchup. And Morales trying to get that pin on Lambert. One shoulder down here, as we've seen earlier in this matchup. Morales able to get this left shoulder down. Now trying to rotate Morales around. Time runs out in the first period, and we go to the second at 132. Denzel Morales and Nicholas Lambert. And from a neutral position, these two grapple. Takedown by Morales, 2 points awarded there. And now Morales going for the pin here, one shoulder down. And Lambert is able to roll to his right. Morales in complete control here in this matchup at 132. He's got one shoulder down, trying to use his right arm to get the other shoulder down. Lambert trying to peel that arm off, and Lambert still fighting. Good resilience here by Lambert, but a good job offensively here for Denzel Morales. Morales again trying to get that right shoulder down. That left shoulder was down for a moment. Can't get the right shoulder down. Now Morales with a pinning combination. One shoulder down. Referee counting near fall points here. Morales going for the pin. Referee taking a close look. That right shoulder still not down. Referee taking a close look here. Lambert trying to squeeze his way out of it. Near fall points certainly to be awarded. And now Morales gets the pin here at 132. Another 6 points to the total here for Lawrence High School. And the score here in this matchup between Cumberland and Lawrence, as you see on the scoreboard here at Lawrence High, 24 for the Lancers and 6 for the Clippers. Lawrence High with 2 pins here in this matchup against Cumberland. Denzel Morales getting one of them, Dominic Armano getting the other one, and the Lancers got 12 points off of forfeits. Also, Dennis Perry getting a pin at 106 for Cumberland. And we move right on down to 132. Sorry, 132 we just finished. We are now on to 138. So for Lawrence High, once again, the Lancers in the white uniforms with the blue trunks. It's Ronald Nuan for Lawrence High. And for Cumberland, Ezra Bilagron. And Nuan with the headlock here. Nuan with one shoulder down. Nuan is trying to get a quick first period pin here, as Ronald Nuan is going for the early pin here in the first. And Cumberland has succumbed to 2 pins from Lawrence High throughout this matchup, and they also did forfeit at 113 and 120, so Lawrence High on top 24-6, a good showing here for the Lancers.
Good. As a squeeze, settle back. Good. Keep it flat, Ezra. Keep it flat. Drive your hips in. Keep it flat. Keep it flat. Yes. No, power half. You're too high.
Nuan on his knees, trying to escape the hold here in the first period. And time runs out here in the first period. Ronald Nuan at 138 for the Lancers. Tied up at 2. as we get set for the second period. And here we go. Second period is underway. Nuan, for the moment, trapped, trying to reverse his way out of it. Ronald Nuan of Lawrence High at 138. He's got his left elbow on the ground, now both knees on the ground. Now reversal points perhaps coming up here for Ronald Nuan. Nuan with control here. Second period matchup, 138 weight category here in this quad matchup between Cumberland, Neshoba, Reading, and Lawrence High. Second period comes to an end here at 138. And here we go. Third period about to get underway here between Ronald Nuan and Ezra Bialjian. And Ronald Nuan has Bialjian in a good position here, trying to get a pin. One shoulder down. It's the right shoulder down. Nuan trying to flip that second shoulder down. Near fall points coming up here. Unless Ronald Nuan can end it with a pin here in the third. The right shoulder almost completely down. And Nuan using all of his weight, and he gets the other shoulder down for another Lancer pin. And the Lancers in domination mode here after another victory. This one coming at 138 with Ronald Nuan making it 30-6. And there you have it. A look at the scoreboard, 30-6 as we get set for 144. Here we are now at 144, about to get set for Alexander Gomez of Lawrence High. Once again, the Lancers in the white uniforms with the blue shorts. And he's going to go against John Pliakis of Cumberland. And the two start their grappling here in the first period. Gomez and Pliakis. No points awarded yet here, first part of this first period. Gomez for Lawrence. Shifty on his feet, showing some good movement. Back to the grappling here. Trying to see who can take control here early on as Gomez trying to go for the legs, trying to go low. And after the whistle, back to the action here in the first period at 1:44 between Gomez and Pliakis.
Hips, hips, hips. Go get it.
And again, good movement shown here by Gomez, but John Pliakis is trying to get Gomez down here. Both wrestlers have been on their feet throughout this first period. And once again, Gomez goes low and Pliakis takes advantage here and gets a couple of takedown points. And Gomez gets slammed down here at the end of the first period. Second period about to get underway here. Trying to escape over to the far side is Gomez, but Pliakis will get some near fall points here. Can't quite get the right shoulder down, but 2 points awarded there on the near fall for Cumberland. Lawrence's Alexander Gomez trying to escape here. Advantage right now for Cumberland's John Pliakis. As Gomez will try to fight to his feet here in the second period.
Go get that. Go out there and get it.
Gomez with 2 knees on the mat here. Trying to work his way back up to his feet and escape the hold. Now he does make it to his feet. Can he escape though? And he's brought back down. Whistle here in the second period and they'll reset. And Pliakis will have the advantage over Gomez in period number 2. Here the overall score between Cumberland and Lawrence, the Lancers leading 30-6. And Pliakis with a good offensive move here to get the left shoulder down. And now he's going to try and get the other shoulder down. One of his legs holding Gomez's arm. And Pliakis is on the back of Gomez now. Near fall points there, but no pin. And time runs out here in the second. We'll move to the third here at 1:44 between Gomez and Pliakis. Out of bounds over to the far side. Gomez and Pliakis here at 144, both on their feet in the third period, as Pliakis was able to escape and get a point for that. And Cumberland's John Pliakis with the points advantage here in the third, as Gomez could end up losing a decision here if he's not able to get a pin. It has been the advantage to Cumberland's Pliakis, as he's going to get near fall points here. The right shoulder was down for a moment. Left shoulder came right up, as 2 near fall points are signaled by the referee. 12-1 here in the third, as Pliakis is on his way to a victory here, if not by pin, then by decision. As time running out here in the third, as Gomez now trying to just avoid getting pinned here. Gomez to his knees, trying to find his way to his feet. Right foot was planted for a moment, but he couldn't get all the way up. And Gomez with 2 knees on the mat. And Gomez doing well here to avoid the pinfall as time runs out in the third. It's a decision victory, 4 points to the total for Cumberland, as Gomez does well to avoid the pin. And the meet score now 30-10 after Cumberland is able to add 4 points on the decision victory at 144. And we'll move right on ahead to 150. Nigel Florian going to go up against Landon Fitzsimmons. And here we go. They'll shake hands. 150, Fitzsimmons for Cumberland in the blue uniform, and for Lawrence High in the white uniform is Florian. As the two grapple, get set. Should be a good one here between these two, as Fitzsimmons coming over to the near side. Both on their feet. Now down to his knees goes Fitzsimmons. The referee calls that one out of bounds, and they will return to the center of the mat. And Fitzsimmons trying to go low on Florian. No luck there. Now the two locking up arms, as Florian doing a good job holding the wrists. Now Fitzsimmons grabbing the back of the head here, but Florian with control of the right wrist, as these two wrestlers at 150 still on their feet here. No points awarded yet. Now Florian is knocked down to his knees. Now in an awkward position is Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons does well to get the knees back down to the mat. Hard to tell who has the advantage here, just in a little strange position. Now grabbing the left leg of Fitzsimmons, it's Florian trying to use his head and use his shoulder to push back Fitzsimmons, but Fitzsimmons smartly rolls over onto his stomach, as we'll have a whistle. And the referee's talking things over with the coaching staff. Looks like Florian with 2 takedown points here. And they'll get back to it here with Florian in the advantageous position. Denzel Florian trying to turn over Fitzsimmons here with time running out in the period. And there you have it, folks. The end of one period here at 150 between Denzel Florian and Landon Fitzsimmons. And we'll move to the second. Second period underway here. Florian with the arms wrapped around the torso of Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons, 2 knees on the mat, trying to work his way back up to his feet. But Florian smashing him back down to the mat. Control over the left arm of Fitzsimmons, who grabs his own arm to try and fight out of it. Now Florian with one arm around the neck, taking control of the wrist here and trying to flip over Fitzsimmons. And Fitzsimmons isn't going to budge. It's an even matchup here between these two wrestlers at 150. Florian with the arms wrapped around the torso, trying to flip over Landon Fitzsimmons, but Fitzsimmons doing a good job, fighting hard, not giving anything to Denzel Florian. Florian trying to pull on the left arm of Fitzsimmons. Now wraps around the left arm around the neck of Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons almost with a good reversal. Yes, that's a nice reversal there by Fitzsimmons. Almost had a pinning combination there, but Florian was able to roll out of it, and that's going to do it here in the second period. Great job by Landon Fitzsimmons to get that reversal at the end of the period. And we'll go to the third in a very even matchup here at 150 between Denzel Florian and Landon Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons trying to stand up here as Florian with the control. And again, much like the second period, Florian, arms wrapped around the torso of Fitzsimmons. Low-scoring matchup here between these two. Third period as Fitzsimmons is able to get up and he's able to escape. And Landon Fitzsimmons here with the points advantage in the third period. No near fall points awarded yet in this matchup here as we're in the third period with Florian and Fitzsimmons at 150. And if this one does come down to a decision, right now it's Landon Fitzsimmons with the points advantage. As we move into the late stages of this third period, two wrestlers at 150 grappling, standing right on the Lancer logo. Referee watching on closely as Florian tries to go low.
Hold the ball.
20 seconds to go here as Florian gets a point. It's 4-3. Fitzsimmons in the lead. And Fitzsimmons is going to try to hold on. Or can Florian get a point here to tie it up? Can he get 2 to take the lead? No. Time runs out on Florian. It's a tough break for Nizel Florian, who fights hard at 150, but he loses the decision 4-3, and that means 4 more points to the total of Cumberland. 30-14 is the score. 30-13, I beg your pardon, as the decision was just a 1-point decision. So a 4-3 victory adds 3 points to the total. Again, 30-13 is where we stand. And let's move it right along to 157. Osmaldi Martinez comes out for Lawrence High. And he's going to face off against Ben Vidinas. And Osmaldi Martinez at the 157 here for Lawrence High in the white uniform. And Vidinas going low. Vidinas has the left leg of Martinez. Good technique here by Vidinas. And Vidinas with the early advantage here in the first period on Martinez.
So how big can the wrestling team actually be? It doesn't matter. As many people want to participate. Yeah, but okay. But the team could be 1 year.
Again, good strategy here by Ben Vidinas at 157 for Cumberland. Arms wrapped around the lower body of his opponent, Osmaldi Martinez of Lawrence High. He's got his right arm around the neck, now around the torso. Martinez finds his way to his feet, trying to escape as they spin out of bounds over to the right side of the mat. And they will reset with Vidinas in the advantageous position here in the first period. Martinez with 2 knees on the mat, trying to get up to his feet and escape the hold. And Vidinas with 2 points here so far. After the takedown, gets the pin. A quick pinning combination by Ben Vidinas. And 6 more points to the total for Cumberland. Cumberland on the comeback trail here. 30-19 is the score. As another pin for Cumberland. That's their first pin since back in the opening matchup in the 106-pound weight category. Ben Vidinas and Dennis Perry both getting pins for Cumberland. And here we go. Let's move right along to 165. Giancarlos Martinez. Giancarlos Martinez against Samuel O'Connell here. And here we go. Martinez and O'Connell. Martinez with the white top and O'Connell in all blue. Cumberland Samuel O'Connell here has his right leg lifted up by Martinez. And now Martinez grabbing the left arm. Nice slam there by Giancarlos Martinez. Called for a whistle though. Now with one arm wrapped around the neck, it's Martinez in control. Giancarlos Martinez still with the neck control here. He's on his feet, and now O'Connell flipped over here. O'Connell in danger for a moment there with his left shoulder close to the mat, but he's able to regain composure and get onto his knees here. 2 knees on the mat as he's going to try to get 1 foot up. He does. He gets both feet up, and they two return to their feet, Martinez and O'Connell. Both of them on their feet, and they'll reset as Giancarlos Martinez goes for the leg. One shoulder down. As Martinez had control for a moment over O'Connell, getting one shoulder down. And time runs out here in the first period. We'll go to the second at 165. Giancarlos Martinez and Samuel O'Connell. Right now, 4 points for Martinez and 2 for O'Connell as we get set for the second. What a move there to start off the second period. As Martinez in danger here with one shoulder down. The right shoulder hits the ground. But a very nice job there by Martinez to try to get back to a neutral base. Has one knee on the mat. His right knee is not on the mat. Good offense, though, by O'Connell as the two go out of bounds. That's a good offensive move to try and get both shoulders down. Hometown crowd cheering for Giancarlos, a.k.a. JC Martinez, to get up out of the hold. Right now, he has control over the back of the neck of Samuel O'Connell. And now, again, some more innovative offense here from O'Connell. Second period action between these two. Year 165 weight category. It was Giancarlos Martinez with the points advantage, 4-2 after the first period. A pretty even matchup between these two. And out of bounds, says the referee. They'll come back to the middle of the mat. Here it's O'Connell with control over the back of Martinez. Martinez trying to get back to his base, but O'Connell from behind trying to flip him over. Time runs out. Second period over. Third period about to start here. 165, Martinez and O'Connell in a good one. Third period about to start here, and it's going to be Giancarlos Martinez with the advantage. Trying to escape and get a point for the escape is O'Connell. Can he get that point? O'Connell still fighting on Martinez with some good offense here, as the referee will call both wrestlers to the center of the mat. And the advantage is going to go to Giancarlos Martinez here. Third period action. Almost a takedown here for Martinez. He started with control here, so no takedown points awarded, but now he's getting close to near fall points. Yep, he's going to get some near fall points. Can he get the other shoulder down? Left shoulder appears to be down. Can he get the right shoulder down? He's hooking the leg. One shoulder, can't get the other shoulder, but certainly near fall points. Going to be very useful in this matchup for Giancarlos Martinez. Continues to hook the leg, but Samuel O'Connell doing well here to keep the other shoulder up. And Martinez takes the lead here on near fall points awarded. And now Samuel O'Connell is going to have to put together some offense to get out of it. He's going to get an escape point there. And that's going to do it. 9-7, the final score here between these two, as that near fall in the third period from Giancarlos Martinez gives Martinez the victory. 9-7 in a hard-fought battle at 165. A good victory there, a hard-fought win for Giancarlos Martinez, and 3 more points to the total for Lawrence High. The score now 33-19. And after the victory by Martinez at 165, we'll now move on up to 175. Polanco for Lawrence High against Webster of Cumberland. Thomas Polanco in white. CJ Webster in the blue. Cumberland and Lawrence here in a dual meet. Neshoba and Redding doing battle on the other mat here in the field house. And Polanco with the advantage here for the moment. Polanco gets to his feet. The headgear comes off for CJ Webster, so we have a brief whistle. And from a neutral position, we restart. Still here in the first period between Polanco and Webster. Polanco with the takedown. We get a couple of points for that takedown. CJ Webster with 2 knees on the mat. Now his stomach on the mat too. Referee thinking about calling it out of bounds. Yes, indeed, they are out of bounds. And they'll restart again on the Lancer logo with Polanco taking advantage. And Webster trying to escape. Polanco with a half Nelson applied here. Right arm around the torso of Webster. Webster gets to his feet, and they go out of bounds. 33-19, the score here between Cumberland and Lawrence High. Polanco. Now it's going to be Webster back up to his feet. Polanco gets him back down, and a pinning combination. Near fall points there for Polanco. And now near fall points coming up for Webster. Quick turn of events here as both of these wrestlers here at 175 getting their offense in. Oh, and Polanco almost got a pin there at the end of the period. But Webster saved by the bell. And we'll move to the second here at 175. Head coach for Lawrence High, Rob Nisaforo, doing a nice little demonstration there off to the right side of your screen for Thomas Polanco. We'll see if Thomas was taking notes, see if he can get some offense here in this second period about to come up. And after a short break, here we go, just about set to get this second period going between Polanco and Webster at 175. Here we go. Polanco flattens Webster down to the mat, grabbing the right leg. Polanco showing that lower body strength. I've been in the gym with Tomas Polanco, seeing this kid squat. He's got extreme lower body strength. He put that on display just now. One of the best weightlifters at Lawrence High. We saw him on the football field for the Lancer varsity football team. Now Polanco taking his talents to the mat, as we'll have the trainers look at Webster here. Take a brief break here with the score 7-2. Polanco leading Webster. As we have to get everybody cleaned up and ready before we continue this second period. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you to check out the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel. We've got footage of Lawrence Lancers wrestling broadcasts from 2022, 2021, and of course going back to 2019, 2018, 2017, and years prior. So if you are watching this broadcast on YouTube, then surely once you are done, go ahead and go back to check out action from seasons past. And if you'd like to check out some action from the fall athletic season, some great football action from the Lancer varsity football team, boys and girls soccer teams in action earlier this fall, and the girls volleyball team as well. So check out all that action on the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel. And we do, of course, broadcast on Comcast and Verizon local cable channels. Comcast Channel 6 and Verizon Channel 41 here in the city of Lawrence Always a pleasure, always a privilege to bring you this coverage of Lancers athletics. Once again, my name is Jay Oza here with you for all the play-by-play commentary. I want to thank our producer, Mr. Luis Lopez, for making today's broadcast possible. It is December the 9th, 2023 in this quad meet between Lawrence, Cumberland, Neshoba, and Reading. This is the first phase of the quad meet. Lawrence going up against Cumberland. And an escape point is awarded there for C.J. Webster. 7-3 is the score here in the second period as Polanco in the driver's seat for now. Second period action, just under a minute to go here in the second. About 40 seconds to go here in the second as Polanco with the lead 9-4 against Samuel O'Connell of Cumberland. Polanco trying to fight O'Connell from rising up here and bring him back down to the mat. He does. One shoulder down, near fall points perhaps, as time is running out here in the second. 5 seconds to go. Will O'Connell get saved by the bell? Yes, he does get saved. But near fall points are awarded to Polanco here. It's 11-4 now. (33-19) the score here in this dual meet. Beg your pardon, it's a quad meet, but this portion of the quad meet with Cumberland facing off against Lawrence, it's Lawrence with the advantage. In a quad meet format, essentially what happens is each team will have 3 separate dual meets. So Lancers going up against Cumberland first, and then later on today, they'll have Neshoba and Reading, but we are proud and happy to bring you this coverage of Lawrence against Cumberland here in the first phase of this quad meet. We're at 175 with Polanco and Webster. And we have a whistle here in the third period. And from a neutral position, we restart here in the third. Polanco with the points advantage. Polanco trying to win, either get a pin here late or win by the major decision. Polanco trying to use that lower body strength. We talked about that earlier. Here is a pin opportunity for Polanco. Tomas Polanco. He's got the left shoulder down of O'Connell. Sorry, Webster. O'Connell was the last matchup. That was back at 165. But now Polanco showing some good offensive skills here against Webster. Webster in a tough spot here. Polanco is going to try to flip him over here with time running out in the third. And Webster, perhaps a critical error there as he flips over onto his back, and that allows Polanco to get the pin here in the third period with only 17 seconds left on the clock. 39 for the Lancers, 19 for the Clippers. 6 points added to the total after the pin by Tomas Polanco at 175. And here we go from 190. Dene Rosa of Lawrence High. He's going to go up against Ethan Letourneau of Cumberland. And straight to the action here at 190. Rosa and Letourneau grappling. Rosa going for the midsection, now going back up high. Letourneau trying to turn him around. Now Rosa with control of the upper body of Ethan Letourneau. Now both to their knees here. Just about 30 seconds into the first period. Rosa, he's got one shoulder down. The right shoulder is down. And Rosa is going to get near fall points here. He's got takedown points already. Now he's going to go for the pin. Right shoulder is down. Can he get the left shoulder down? He's got a hand controlling the wrist of the left arm of Ethan Letourneau. Can he get the pin? Yes, he pushes the left shoulder down, and a quick pin here at 190 for Dene Rosa. And the Lancers get another 6 added to the total. They are now at 45. Cumberland with 19 as we move to 215, as we will see Elijah Santel come out for Lawrence High. Elijah Santel, of course, his older brother, went to Lawrence High, played football, was a talented wrestler. They called him Donuts, and so that makes Elijah Santel the Munchkin. Talked to Elijah during the football season. You can go back and check out the broadcast where the Lawrence High Lancers were able to defeat Lynn Classical. Go back on the YouTube channel and you can check out my conversation with Elijah Santel and a few of the other Lancer varsity football players. But for now, it's Santel against Shane Raposo of Cumberland. Santel and Raposo here in the second to last matchup. Crowd chanting Munchkin here at Lawrence High, but a takedown for Raposo as they go out of bounds here in the first period. And after the takedown, it'll be Shane Raposo with the advantage here against Santel. Raposo here in the first period with the advantage on Elijah Santel. Trying to flip Santel to the back. Raposo showing some strength here at 215. And Santel, right shoulder is pretty much down on the mat, but Santel does well to hold up the left shoulder. Referee taking a good look here. Near fall points being awarded to Raposo. 3 of them, and that's the end of the first period. Santel escapes the pin, but he's down on points here. It's 7-1 after the first period. And Raposo with a nice reversal here as Santel started with the advantage. It's reversed by Raposo. Santel with 2 knees on the mat. Now it's Raposo trying to flip over Santel. Santel's right shoulder is in danger now. His left shoulder is in danger too. Left shoulder down. Now the right shoulder gets up. And Santel in a tough spot. As Santel, shoulder is down. One of them at least. The referee taking a close look here as Raposo trying to get that right shoulder down. Referee still looking, still looking. No pin yet. One shoulder is certainly down, but Santel is able to keep his right shoulder up. The referee looking, changes the angle, and yes, the shoulder is down. 6 points to the total for Cumberland. It's 45-25. And the win goes to Shane Raposo. Now, we move to 285, the last matchup. Isaac Adames against Julius Sousa. Adames for Lawrence and Sousa for Cumberland. This will be the final matchup of this portion of the quad meet. Lawrence High leading 45-25. The Lancers will end up with a victory over Cumberland. But first things first, we got the heavyweight division here. Adames and Sousa at 285. Two heavyweights both on their feet. Adames trying to bring Sousa down, and he is able to. And now he's going to try to go for a pinning combination. He's able to get one shoulder down briefly. So the takedown for Adames. Now Sousa will try to escape out of it. Sousa trying to get back to his feet. Adames says no. Turns him around. And the referee calls for the whistle. And Isaac Adames will have the advantage as we restart here in the first period. Adames with control over the upper body of Julius Sousa. One shoulder down here, the left shoulder of Sousa close to the mat. Adames senses it, but having trouble pushing the other shoulder towards the mat. He's trying to get some leverage here, but that does allow Sousa to get to his feet. Pushes away, and a nice escape earned there by Julius Sousa. So Sousa and Adames both back to their feet. Sousa trying to go low here. And time runs out in the first period. 4 points for Isaac Adames and 2 for Julius Sousa as we go to the second here at 285. Sousa starts with the advantage over Adames. Control around the torso of Adames. Sousa trying to flip him over. He's got the control for the moment, but Adames, not easy to move him. He's got 2 knees down on the mat, trying to get up to a vertical base and escape here. But Sousa doing well to hold him down. Adames trying to fight to escape. No points awarded here so far in the second period. 4-2 the score between Adames and Sousa. Adames with the lead here in the second. Sousa started with the advantage. And now Adames trying to escape or reverse. Now Sousa trying to pull down Isaac Adames, but Adames with a 2-point lead here. It seems like Adames knows that Sousa cannot turn him over and get any offense in here. So Sousa having a lot of trouble trying to control the body of Adames. And now Sousa gets vertical, stands up, now back down onto his knees. He did start this second period with the advantage, and the second period comes to an end now. No points awarded in that second period. And we move to the third with Adames leading Sousa 4-2 and Lawrence High leading Cumberland 45-25. It is Julius Sousa again with the advantage here, holding on to the upper body of Isaac Adames. The final 2 matchups of this portion of the quad meet, it is Cumberland and Lawrence High, and the Lancers with a strong showing here. They're leading 45-25. They will win this portion of the quad meet against Cumberland, regardless of the outcome here at 285. And then Lawrence High will continue on with the quad meet here as the visiting teams of Neshoba and Reading will face off against the Lancers. We are here with you and proud to bring you this coverage of Lawrence Lancers athletics. Cumberland against Lawrence. It's been a strong showing for the Lancers. Dominic Armano with a pin at 126 for Lawrence High. Denzel Morales at 132. Ronald Nuan at 138. And then down to Tomas Polanco at 175. And Danae Rosa at 190. All getting pins for Lawrence High School. A strong showing here against the Cumberland Clippers, as Adames and Sousa just battling it out here at the 285. And Sousa working hard, trying to turn over Isaac Adames, but Isaac Adames just playing some defense here and not letting Sousa get any kind of offense here, and that's going to do it. The third period comes to an end. Isaac Adames, some strong defense. He gets a 4-2 decision victory. And the final score here from Lawrence between Cumberland and Lawrence High is 48-25. Once again, folks, we want to thank you so much for joining us here on LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers athletics. On behalf of our student crew, our producer, Luis Lopez, my name is Jay Oza, and we'll see you next time.